The fidelity of this examination is unquestionable. The good news is that this year we did not pick many fake examinations, even though we had a lot of plans in the back room from certain teachers in certain hotspots where we are observing very keenly. The downside this year is that there have been a lot of rains, and we have had challenges in Marsabit, in the other northeastern areas like Garissa and Wajir and Mandera and Tana River. And we are also on standby for Lamu because we have a lot of floods. We have had to right-size some schools by moving them to safe areas, and I want to assure the nation that every child shall take the exam this morning. We have 10 helicopters in addition to the police helicopters that are at our disposal. If and when required, they will lift exams and take them to exactly where they are required and pick them back to the container. I want to say that going forward, we require everybody's participation and fidelity in this process. My message to the students this morning is that they have absolutely nothing to worry about. Every child is born with a special tact in his brain. And since we are going to have 100% transition, there should actually be really no pressure. Let me also take this opportunity to warn very firmly the very few center managers who may attempt to block children from taking exams for whatever levies they were illegally levying the children. That if they do so, they will have themselves to blame. You can't stop a child from taking an exam because he failed to pay 300 shillings, which in the first place was not legal. So every child must be given access, unfettered access to the examination, and if there are issues, they can be sorted out later. There are a handful of schools, but the important thing is that the government is at hand where there is a requirement of boarding the students. Like for this region, you even made sure there was food, and the children, as they are boarding, they'll be provided with food as they do the exams. So that should not worry any person at all. My message to our good parents is that please stop, please, in the name of God, let your children do the exam in peace. Please allow your children to do the exam in peace. You don't have much apart from encouraging them. Don't let nobody tell you that, oh, there are certain experts who are going to do the exam, you should pay an amount of money so that your child should pass. Just pray for your child and encourage the child. I think that's all. And I want to say that this year around, we have not picked many fake papers like in the past, which means the parents have learned that whenever they were selling the papers, they were actually fake papers. That is a big white elephant in the room because it relates to culture in this region. We have teenage pregnancies that are an issue. We are dealing with them through the provincial administration because we really have to softly get the parents of the region to come along with us. Are we together? Where they are, like in some areas now, we have already admitted certain, I will not tell you where, because I don't want to stigmatize any region, but there are girls who have already been admitted, and we have also ambulances on standby, should there be need for them. But I think this is where we fail, because if parents start looking after their children as they grow up, then they are able to have self-control and they are able to take the stress. So we shall still deal with the cases of pregnancy, but it should not be an issue because we shall take the exam to them and ensure that they have the same conditions as the others. There are hotspots, and the epic center is in Migori. Are we together? Going by last year. And some people will be very annoyed that I'm saying this again, but I will say it because that's my job. The epic center is in Migori, as we have been watching. Migori coming down to Kisii and Homa Bay. Then when we go, and this is where I will still say it again, going by last year's exams, we also have problems in Garissa, in Mandera, and Wajir. Irrespective of what other people are saying, I want to urge the parents to allow their children to do the exams in peace. For the rest of the country, we are very happy to say that we have not seen anything to worry about. But I can assure you that in those areas, we are not going to scare the children, but if you try, we shall catch you. Yes, I'm very satisfied. I think the parents have done much more than in the past, because you see, they are the ones who usually buy the fake papers for the children. Do you get the point? And this year, we have not tracked many of them, which means they know that whatever they are buying does not help the children. So, but as far as the collaboration is concerned, I've been in this is my 4th year around. I started at a lower level. Now, by the grace of God, I'm the one who is one we could call the field marshal. You know the way I work. I'm very friendly, very soft, but if you cross the red line, then you see another animal that you can't deal with. And everyone, including you, I think you know that. Yeah.
And for the purpose of...
Well, there are a lot of floods in Marsabit, in Mandera, in Wajir, in Garissa, and Tana River, and a bit of Turkana. And also in Lamu here. We are watching Kwale, and for that purpose we have made available on standby 10 helicopters. So exams will get to the children on time this morning. That one I can assure you. We don't control the floods. I just hope that they go down a bit. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We shall continue to share.
So today we are having a total number of 11 candidates who are sitting for their KCPE exams today. So the exam has already started. So out of the 11, we have two who had been discharged after completing their sentences, and they have volunteered to come back. So those are the people who are in civilian clothes, because they have come from their homes back to come and sit for this national examination that has just started. So our number has remained 11.
We have successfully dispatched examination for KCPE for day 1 for 106 centers. We have dispatched mathematics, English and English composition. So we have had no challenges. We have sufficient logistics in terms of transportation of the examination. Our roads are passable. By the grace of God, we have had no rains as of yesterday. So roads are passable. Center managers with the security together with the supervisors.
Tuko na candidates ambao wanafanya mtihani wa KCPE ambao ni 3673. Kwa hiyo 2216 ni wanaume kama ni wavulana na 1457 ni wasichana. Tuko na centers 95, 90 ni za public na 5 ni private centers, na pia tunakuwa na center moja ambayo ni ile private ya watu wenye wanafanya wakiwa watu wazima. Mitihani inaendelea vizuri, at least tumeingia kwa mashule na napata information officers wenzangu wanaingia kwa mashule na hatujapata shida yoyote. Mitihani ilifika kwa muda unaofaa, ikafunguliwa kwa muda unaofaa, na sasa mtihani wa kwanza ndio unaendelea na uko karibu kukamilika saa 4:30. Mambo ya Boni, tuko na hiyo shida ya shule ambazo zimefungwa huku msitu wa Boni, na wale watoto ambao walikuwa wamefika class 8 wanafanyia mtihani hapa kwa hii shule yenye tumesimama, inaitwa Magoha Primary School, na wengine wanafanyia Kiunga Primary School, kwa vile Boni imekaa katikati ya Magoha na Kiunga. So wenye wako pande ile walienda Kiunga na wenye wako pande ile wako hapa Magoha na kulingana na rekodi za shule tumearifiwa ya kwamba ni watoto 37 kati ya wale 67, 37 ni hao watoto wa Boni. Hii shule iko na advantage kwa vile ni boarding, hao watoto wamepata nafasi ya kusoma wakiwa boarders. Hii shule ni boarding school, na kwa vile ni boarding school iko na feeding program, na juzi tumenufaika sana, ama shule imenufaika sana kwa vile hii ofisi ya county commissioner walitusabazia zile chakula za misaada, na ndizo zinatumika saa hizi kufeed hawa watoto ambao wanaendelea na mtihani. So feeding program iko na inaendelea vizuri. Kuna cases za absenteeism ziko, lakini watoto ni kama hawajulikani pahali walienda. Kama hapa kuna cases 2, watoto 2 hawako mtihani saa hizi, hawajulikani pahali waliko kwa vile hawako wanasoma. Maybe at the end of the day ndivyo tutajua, kwa vile leo ni siku ya kwanza. Hiyo data tunaiokota in the course of the day. Jioni pengine tutakuwa tumejua ni watoto wangapi ambao hawakujitokeza kufanya mtihani siku ya kwanza.
We have 2 candidates sitting class 8 exams in our hospital today. They started their exams today. A girl and a boy. The girl delivered at night, but she's stable enough to sit exams. We have had a boy for the past 1 week. The boy had burns in both hands, about 6% burns. He has been with us in the hospital for the past 5 days. He was not he has been in a situation that he can sit exams with assistance. So even him, he started sitting his exams today morning. We are hopeful that he's going to finish well. Otherwise, we created space for them and a conducive space for them to sit the exams. The education officials are aware, they are here. They have accepted that the children can sit exams within our facility.